Imagine this. A new wave of young talent is about to step onto the NHL ice for the Pittsburgh Penguins. But here's the twist. These rookies weren't even born when Sidney Crosby first laced up his skates for the team back in 2005. This season, Rutger McGroarty, Ville Koivunen, and Owen Pickering are set to make their mark, bringing fresh energy to a franchise that has seen its share of highs and lows over the decades. While the Penguins' glory days were built on the backs of legends like Crosby and Evgeni Malkin, this new trio represents a different era, one where the stakes feel slightly lower but the excitement remains sky-high. So how will these young players fare, and what challenges might they face as they try to carve out their place in hockey history? To truly appreciate the moment, let's rewind 2 decades. Back then, the Penguins were in the midst of a reinvention, introducing rookies like Crosby and Marc-Andre Fleury into the lineup. Those early years were electric, with Crosby racking up 100 points in his debut season, despite some grumbling from the old guard about his fiery on-ice demeanor. A year later, Malkin arrived and won the Calder Trophy, cementing the Penguins as a team on the rise. Fast forward to today, and while the circumstances are different, there's still a sense of anticipation surrounding the arrival of these new faces. Unlike those earlier days, however, the Penguins aren't rebuilding from the ground up. They're not fighting for survival or scrambling to secure a new arena. Instead, this crop of rookies joins a stable organization with a rich history. That said, expectations should be tempered. None of these players are expected to become generational talents like Crosby or Malkin. Still, each brings something unique to the table, and their journey promises to be fascinating. Let's start with Ville Koivunen, the Finnish winger who flies under the radar but leaves a lasting impression. Projecting his impact is tricky because his game doesn't scream superstar. Yet he quietly dominated during his time in Finland's Liga before making his NHL debut late last season. What makes Koivunen stand out isn't just his skill. It's his ability to adapt quickly. Teammates were genuinely surprised by how seamlessly he fit into the Penguins system, earning praise both publicly and privately. One teammate reportedly described him as sick, highlighting just how impressive his potential could be. Koivunen's 7 assists in his first 8 NHL games speak volumes about his offensive instincts, though he's still chasing his first NHL goal, a milestone that will undoubtedly become a focal point for him and his linemates this season. As a scoring winger, he may not see much action on the top power play unit, but his contributions at even strength and on the second power play unit could make him a valuable asset. Realistically, he's projected to score around 18 goals and tally 50 points this season, if everything clicks. Next up is Rutger McGroarty, whose path to Pittsburgh was anything but conventional. Selected 14th overall by the Winnipeg Jets in 2022, McGroarty made headlines when he refused to sign with them, opting instead to stay at the University of Michigan until they traded him. Last summer, Penguins GM Kyle Dubas facilitated an intriguing swap, acquiring McGroarty for Brayden Yager, another 14th overall pick. It's safe to say Winnipeg fans haven't forgotten, judging by their chants of "Where is Rutger?" whenever the Penguins visit. McGroarty got a taste of NHL action last season, but it wasn't pretty. Injuries to veterans opened a door for him, but he admitted he wasn't ready, saying he was merely surviving, not thriving. Since then, he's worked tirelessly on his skating and strength, transforming himself into a more complete player. His defensive prowess, honed during his time in the AHL, could earn him penalty-killing responsibilities in the NHL. Though injuries derailed part of his season, McGroarty remains a dynamic playmaker capable of contributing offensively and defensively. Expect him to score around 15 goals and rack up 45 points this season, along with plenty of bruises from his physical style of play. Finally, we come to Owen Pickering, the towering defenseman who continues to grow, not just physically, but also in terms of his development. Drafted 21st overall in 2022, Pickering played 25 NHL games last season, barely retaining his rookie status. He faced immense pressure, often paired with veteran defensemen like Chris Letang and Erik Karlsson. While his performance dipped in January, prompting a return to the AHL, Pickering showed flashes of brilliance that hinted at his vast potential. This season, Pickering will need to assert himself more physically and take ownership of his role on the blue line. The competition is fierce, with several left-handed defensemen vying for spots. However, his intelligence, quick learning, and popularity among younger teammates give him an edge. With guidance from new head coach Dan Muse and assistant Mike Stavers, Pickering could find the confidence he needs to thrive. Projected to play a full season, he might score 3 goals and add 15 points. But more importantly, he'll earn respect through grit and determination. So, what do you think? Are these projections too optimistic? Or do you believe McGroarty, Koivunen, and Pickering have what it takes to exceed expectations? Will any of them emerge as a cornerstone for the Penguins' future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take.